Hey guys, it's me again, and I am talking with the guys from MechCorp. I'll have to look at your name badge real quickly. Yeah, from MechCorp, and these guys are interesting cats. They come every year to Comicpalooza, from what I've noticed, and they have these giant pods that do battle simulations with giant robots. So it's interesting and really cool stuff to do. I did it last year, and it blew my mind away, especially as a gamer. You guys know I love games. So here's one of the owners of MechCorp. Hello, sir.
Hey, good morning. It is morning actually here, so it's a little slow yet at the moment. Haven't got everybody here yet. So this is MechCorp. These are BattleTech pods. They were put together. Company Virtual World Entertainment is who creates the software for them, and they were built, a few years back. And we continue to keep them alive, keep the hardware updated, keep all the software updated and stuff with Virtual World, and keep things going. So you're playing BattleTech. It's a Mech Warrior kind of like thing, but spread out, where you've got 7 monitors, 80-something buttons, your joystick, your throttle, your foot pedals, surround sound speakers all around you and everything. So that you're fully immersed in that. You can actually see the pods right back here behind me, where you get in, get to sit down and be able to play. And you get to play with all your buds. So it's a chance to come in to talk smack, to kick butt, and then to keep score.
Nice. Now, what was the inspiration behind the company itself? Like, how did you come with the concept?
The concept, if you go back in history, there was the BattleTech board game that was there. From that, Virtual World actually built software and some pods. They were a different shape. They were little square pods. We used to call them the coffin pods because that's what it felt like when we got in them. Then these were built. These pods actually were built and constructed back in between 93 and 96. So they're actually fairly old physically. We've gone through multiple revisions of all the hardware and software that's in them since then, still keeping the same form factor. Virtual World had these at their own gaming centers for a long time. Those gaming centers, they eventually closed and moved everything into Dave & Buster's. They actually had a contract with Dave & Buster's, so they were all over the country and all the Dave & Buster's. Dave & Buster's, when they ended that contract, Virtual World sold those out to private groups like ourselves. So MechCorp is myself and a couple of friends of mine, and we got together and decided to pick up a set of these pods that was being sold off at one of the Dave & Buster's. Grabbed those, brought them down, set up shop, and opened them up to the public, because we had been going to Dave & Buster's together for years. We met every Friday for lunch at Dave & Buster's for something on the order of 4, 5, 6 years, and played. There's national tournaments that were held. Dave & Buster's held tournaments, etc. But we always thought that we could actually do it better, because Dave & Buster's was just in it for the money. We were gamers. We wanted to play this, as a game. We wanted to work on the community aspect of the whole thing, and the social aspects of it all. The thing that's awesome about this game, and why, even though this isn't the latest and greatest graphics that are out there and those kind of things, it's a social thing. We sit down and we play games with each other, board games, D&D and stuff, because it's a social environment to sit down and to be able to play that. That's what happens here. You're not playing a bunch of computers. You're just sitting there with a joystick and a TV. You're sitting down and immersed in a thing, yelling at each other through the door, about different things as you're playing. And that's what it is that makes it so awesome. Getting together and having tournaments and being able to play with each other on different things. So we set up shop in Houston. We ended up having an opportunity to buy 4 more pods, which is this 4 that's on this side. These came up for sale, and we went out to California and picked those up. And then the 4 that are on the other end came up for sale out in South Carolina. So we went and bought those. So we've been all the way from one coast to the other on I-10 to be able to buy pods and bring them back into Houston. So we now have 16 pods here. Awesome. And we spend a lot of our time going to conventions. So we're doing this convention. We'll have a couple of weeks off. We'll be at another convention here in Houston. We'll be over in San Antonio. We'll be the next week over in Lake Charles. Take a couple of weeks off again, and then we'll be right back onto it again. Awesome. So we've actually converted 12 of them now to be mobile. So we actually run them. We can roll them up into our trailer, roll them back out, and set them up and do this. The convention stuff is really what is a lot of fun. But we still have our home base that we run and do things. You can find us at mechcorp.com, MECHCORPS.com. and they'll tell you where we are. And we've got we get all these guys together, all these girls actually too as well, who come together and we play every week. And then those are the folks who come and work with us and go on the road with us on different things. It's just amazing to me, as one of the owners, how many folks will just take their vacation and schedule their vacation around going on some trip with us to the conventions. You know, they go off to Atlanta and to New Orleans and different things like that, and continue to play with us. You know, we've been doing this for years, and it's not slowing down. It's just amazing to me that it continues to be so awesome. But I love it. We continue working on them. I keep keeping them running. I don't play nearly as many games as I should anymore because I spend my time keeping them working.
Well, I gotta say, it's a good profession you're into. A lot of kids would love to be doing what you do.
Right.
I have to ask though, who's the best one in the whole group?
As far as a pilot?
It's a pilot, yeah. Who can throw down with some serious?
I'll actually tell you, amongst the folks that are here today, it's going to be Dead Meat over here, who's sitting here staring at his phone. I don't need to look at him, but we actually, within the community, we actually do masters trials. So you actually have to compete against 3 other masters. It's a one-on-one thing. There's 3 other masters in the game. You call one of them out, and you have to act at a time, and you have to kill 2 of those masters and survive the 3rd. And we'll have big national tournaments, everybody in, all the best pilots going. We'll have 30, 40 people who will make an attempt at that. And when we did that in 2007, I think we did 37 or 39 people. No one passed.
Oh,
that's the goal. The masters are not supposed to allow anyone to pass. When no one passes, that's the way it's supposed to work. A couple of years later, Dead Meat actually had actually passed, so he's now a master, and Q is the other master. Those are the 2 masters that we have that passed in, and then we have another one at another national one, Joda Tane. So Joda, Q, and Dead Meat. Those 3 guys are really pretty high up on the list. Myself, I'm just way too out of practice now. Muerte, who's one of the other owners with me, he is a pretty formidable opponent as well, but he still hasn't managed to pass his master's trial. Whenever he's tried, he's not yet managed to make it, but gets in the pod with the rest of us and kicks everyone's butt.
Awesome. Now, would you mind showing us the inside the cockpit real quick to see how it looks like? All right.
Can you load me up some demo?
Check this out, guys. Inside the cockpit is really cool. It's very realistic feel.
So we can just take a look while we're lighting it up. Well, you can't really see him.
Yeah, a little bit dark.
Get a light.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Let me get a light on.
Yeah, these pods actually they're very realistic feeling, where it's like you're inside a giant coffin, basically.
Inside. So you've got your joystick over on this side. Doesn't look like you can see it very well, but so you got your joystick, you've got your radar screen, and all of your different multifunction displays that are all up this way.
See if we get it. We need to get one loaded up. Hey, we got this pod loaded up.
All right.
Sorry, got you in the wrong one.
let's take a look in there. All right, so you've got your radar screen that's down here. You've got a multifunction displays in a few different places. There's 3 more of them that are up here at the top, and then your main screen that's here, which you're gonna have to kind of get in the middle and look that direction, because it's on a multi-angle mirrors. So there are mirrors that make it. That was called the Infinity Optics System. It's really cool. It makes it look like it's kind of surrounding you when you're sitting there looking at it, because it's in using multiple mirrors to make that work.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing us that.
No problem. Thank you, man.
In case any of you missed it out and you can't come today to Comicpalooza, when is the next convention that you're going to be doing?
The next convention we'll be in Houston at Delta H Con, which is up on 290. That's the University of Houston group that's doing that. The next weekend after that we'll be at Texas Comic Con in San Antonio. The weekend after that we will be at I forgot what it was. BayouCon. We'll be at BayouCon in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Oh wow, you guys do keep busy.
Yes, we do. We're taking most of July off. It's summer, and we have real jobs besides this. So we'll go back to doing real life for a little while during the summer. And then we'll pick it back up in August, and we'll be at the big cons like Dragon Con and MechaCon. We'll be at those cons as well. And then in August, Space City Con is coming up, which is another big con here in Houston. It's going to be happening.
I'll probably come down to that one. Check you guys out again.
That'd be great.
All right. Well, that's it, viewers. Thank you for watching, and again, until the next interview. Goodbye.